So many of you know that Saturday is the start of what we would call Passover, and it's typically regarded as a Jewish holiday. Interestingly, it has deep connections to what we celebrate coming soon on the 20th called Easter. So I want to kind of explain that, kind of the origin of it, so you kind of get a better understanding of what we would call the liturgical calendar or the Christian calendar. These are some things that are just fundamental to being a Christian and having a proper understanding. So Passover, which is celebrated by both Jews and Christians, but just in slightly different forms, originated in the book of Exodus, when God, in delivering the Israelites, comes down, and the last plague is the striking of the firstborn. So the captives in Egypt, God instructs to take the blood of a lamb and rub it on their doorpost. And when they'd rub it on their doorpost, the angel of death would know to pass over their home, not striking the firstborn. All the members of Egypt's sons or firstborn daughters or sons would be struck down. But those who were in covenant with God and followed his instructions would be preserved. And so this festival is preserved to this day in remembrance of God's mercy towards his people and their eventual deliverance. It's normally celebrated on the 15th of Nisan, which is the first month of the Hebrew calendar. But the Passover lamb itself is slaughtered on the 14th day of that month. And so it falls on a day that can vary year to year because the cycle is different than our calendar. But we end up plugging it in and celebrating it. And this year it's on the 12th, which is a Saturday. I'm always bad with dates. However, there is a Christian version of that, and that'll be tomorrow's video. I forgot what it was called. There's a Christian version of that, and that's tomorrow's devotional. But for now, it's important to know that the origin of Passover, as we celebrate it, is in the book of Exodus, and it's relating to the protection of the firstborn when they were captive in Egypt by the spreading of the blood on the doorposts.